Welcome to the House of Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host and the tribal chief of Raider Nation, Hammer. Yeah, we know this is delayed.
Acknowledge me.
Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday wherever you guys are at. Before we go any further, y'all know the routine, at least those that have been in here for a minute. Those new in here, let me teach you real quick. Smash them thumbs. Break them thumbs. Smash them subs. Hammer the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. We will be giving you guys or presenting to you guys Uncle Pete and Geno Smith will be taken to the podium for a press conference momentarily. A lot to talk about today. As you guys know, me and Graf were live yesterday. We had a lot of things to talk about, including the presser. We talked about our defensive back room. We talked about a specific player who pretty much throughout camp hasn't been a name that's been mentioned a lot. You've heard about Stokes. You've heard about Darnay Holmes. You've heard about DCAM. We did mention this name during the live yesterday. And go figure.
Many hours later,
News broke late last night that the Las Vegas Raiders have traded cornerback Jakorian Bennett to the Philadelphia Eagles. They make this trade with for defensive tackle Thomas Booker IV. I'm still a little like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? But again, talking about things in terms of our Raiders going through training camp these first 3 weeks, Agent Zero didn't seem to be a guy that was talked about very much. We know we were dealing with the issues last week with the release of Christian Wilkins and all this other extracurricular that came out in terms of him and pretty much locker room behavior. And it kind of bolsters the room again. Yes, we did draft JJ Pegues. We drafted Tonka Hemingway. We still have Jonah Lalu. We still have Adam Butler. We still have a very deep defensive tackle room. But in terms of this trade, it does make sense. But here's some things real quickly we're going to talk about in terms of this before we start this presser. And it has already started, folks. Not the presser itself, but the latest installment of
As the Shield Turns.
So the second that Uncle Peter Geno takes the podium, we will bring you the presser live in its entirety. So again, the Eagles received Jakorian Bennett, a 4th-round pick out of Maryland. This was a guy that me and both Graf had on our radar during 2023 in our mock drafts. He was a guy that we were constantly actually picking in our mock drafts. He appeared in 24 games with 11 starts. He excelled in coverage, especially last season. He allowed 0 touchdowns among cornerbacks with 300-plus snaps and limited opponents to under 5.5 yards per target and a passer rating in the 60s. Pretty damn solid, right? But not body size-wise, no Diddy if necessary. Not the prototypical guy for that of a Pete Carroll defense. So I kind of understand it. The Eagles needed help in that cornerback room. Adoree Jackson and Kelly Ringo have struggled to stand out. So pretty much it adds competition to that room for the rest of training camp and the preseason for the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, we gained depth on the defensive line after the release of Christian Wilkins. It's shifting scheme preference under the new regime with Uncle Pete, John Spytek, Chip, and so on. Realistically, I give this this trade, and it's a 1-for-1. You don't really get this that much in the NFL. It's not often that you get a trade like this. Realistically, both teams, rightfully so, a B. For the Eagles, it adds reliable and promising coverage corner at a very low cost. Again, 4th-round pick. And then for the Raiders, it's a B. Rotational depth. It's tough to make up the absence of the player of the caliber of Christian Wilkins, but it adds more depth to that defensive line. So that's where we stand right now. And Pablo just said he's going to kill it in Philly. So there you go. All right. So give me 1 sec. Let me just resize this chat real quick so I can make sure I can see you guys, all you guys, and highlight you guys. Let's do a quick roll call before the start of this presser. Isaiah, the 3-time champ, is in the building. Desert Raider salute. Jason 619, I have not seen you in a live in a very long time. So welcome back. Anthony, what's good? Jurassic Raider, hello. Frank Perez, what's up? Troy Gill, what's goody? Just got done watching the episode and you called it. Bennett was on the outside looking in. Can you do me a favor, please, Jason? If you get a chance, can you please try to screen record that and send that to me when you get a chance? Because I was going to try to look into it, and I was actually going to try to play it back. Uncle Pete's at the podium. Hold up, guys. Uncle Pete. Uncle Pete. Uncle Pete.
Yesterday,
Uncle Pete with the
Jakorian
shades.
Bennett
Look at Uncle
sticking
Pete.
on that. How much is this kind of a vote of confidence to some of the younger players that have been?
Well, I like the way you looked at it. Yeah, we like our group. We feel confident in the group, and so that we were able to get another guy that we need on the other side and up front. And so we're really glad to get Thomas and wish JB the best.
What is it about Thomas that you guys like?
His motor. He plays really hard. He's really consistent in his effort. He's big enough and flexible enough to play a number of spots for us. He looks really good in the rotations. That's a heck of a defensive lineman there that keeps him from playing and getting his numbers up. But we see a lot of positives. We've known him over the years and as he's come up, and so we're really looking forward to what he can do for us.
He's also another really smart kid. I mean, how important is that?
Is this a Stanford bias thing coming out here?
Oh, Jesus. Here
We had a Stanford bias when I was at USC too, but it wasn't on anything about that.
Pete, just thoughts on returning back to Seattle, and apparently they'll have a tribute prepared for you, Geno and Jamal. And just thoughts on returning to Seattle for the first preseason game.
It's the only game we got. Happens to be in Seattle. You know, I loved my time in Seattle and loved the fans and the people that we met and dealt with and competed with. But it's a game for us. We can go play ball. I have not heard anything about what you just talked about. I don't know what you're talking about tributes or whatever.
Do you think you'll play your full set of starters on Thursday?
Everybody's alive. Everybody's ready to go.
Let's go.
What was the biggest
Let's
thing
go.
you took away from your time in Seattle that you're instilling here in Raiders?
Well, really, that's a really good question because it came. It was an experiment, you know, coming out of USC to go to the NFL and to see if the way we had developed, the culture that we had created, the concept of competing the way we did would carry over. And mostly it was the way we treated the people in our program. I wasn't sure. I had an inkling that it would be okay, but I didn't know, and a lot of people probably questioned it as well. But we didn't change anything. We maintained the philosophy. We adapted to the players and, of course, the game, and felt. After it's said and done, I feel really good about the time we spent there, that we were able to stay with what we believed in and make it work out. So all right, so that's really what stands out about it. Okay, next.
Not to make too much out of the first depth chart that came out. I know it's unofficial preseason, but there's 3 rookies starting first string, a bunch of rookies on the second string. How important has it been for them to kind of get up to speed and be ready to have that role?
No, it's huge. Like I've said to you guys from the start, I'm not hesitant to play young guys, and we kind of almost force them into it and feed them until they show us who they are, what they're all about, and how much they can handle. And it isn't all on them; it's on us to make sure that we ask them to do things that they're capable of doing at this time. So. Right now, they get out there that we're going to get a lot of information, and that's what's really important at this time, so that we're making good decisions down the road.
We've been noticing that Zamir's had a nice camp. This camp, it looks like it's reflected in whatever the depth chart at this point. What has he shown you?
Oh, he really has sent a message that he's the hammer, and I love having different styles of running backs.
Anybody else hear
his
that?
physicality that we've been celebrating with him and telling him we like the way he runs. Don't try to be something that you're not, and run heavy and run thick and tough like he does. I think he gives us a real element. So I'm really excited about what he's done so far.
You talked about the competition on the offensive line before, but how have you been pleased with what you've seen from Meredith and JPJ?
We look physical with those guys out there, and they've given us a nice flash, but we're just getting started. It's a long ways for both those guys. JPJ's been a center most of his time, and Jordan's been a guard most of his time. So, what are we thinking? You could ask. But we think we see something in this combination, and we're going to give it a look.
Obviously, it's very unfortunate what happened to Lonnie Johnson during the scrimmage. I'm wondering if you've had a chance to reach out or speak to him since, and his disposition seemed like he was doing well.
Yeah, his surgery's
Didn't
coming
see the
up.
top, yeah.
We really miss Lonnie. This was, I think we recognized Lonnie in a way that he hasn't been recognized in the earlier parts of his career, with great respect for the variety of things that he adds to the team and all. And we're really going to miss him. We had a number of things that we had, especially that he could do well in contributing to the defense. And so we have to work a little bit to figure out how other guys can take those kinds of concepts and make them work for us. Lonnie's in good spirits. He knows that it's a chance that it's a minimal amount of time to get back. These 5 weeks here are hugely important to him, so he can get back within 3 or 4 weeks into the season, 4 or 5 weeks into the season, or whatever it is, and we'll really enjoy when he gets the chance to come back.
Since we're
Or you replace him with one player, or is there, because we've seen some roles and some shifting around from what you had been doing previously?
The answer is yes.
Doing okay. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I saw him getting reps in team very much.
Yeah, we just slowed him down. We just want to make sure that he's okay. You know, he's fine. He's not hurt at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, easy. Easy money.
You said it was easy. Everyone is live, y'all. Everyone is live this coming Thursday. You see it in the top left corner. That way. Yeah, that part. 2 days, 8 hours, 23 minutes. Oh, I can't fucking wait. Please tell me that sound is actually lower than it was the other day, please. Salute to CGR.
Committed to excellence.
Tell me that was a little bit lower and nobody went deaf this time around. I am incredibly excited to hear what Uncle Pete just said. Everyone is live this coming Thursday. We get to see Genty, guys. We get to see Jacoby, guys. We get to see Dante, guys. We get to see Besh, guys. We get to see the #1 overall ranked tight end in the league. Fight me on that if you think otherwise. Let's fucking go. I can't wait, man. Look, it could be a rep, it could be a series, Bruce. I want to see our guys out there. I am so fucking excited right now. You have no idea. I've talked about this, and I've talked about this for years when it comes to preseason. I really want to see our starters as well, right alongside the late draft picks, guys fighting for spots for the 53-man roster, but I want to see our starters get reps. It doesn't make sense for you not to see live action before the actual regular season happens. So again, you have old school, well-respected head coach in Pete Carroll that, yes, everyone is live Thursday night. I can't fucking wait. Let's go. Sean says I get to see them in person. There you go. JB, that name looks familiar, like you used to be around. I guess you're coming back around. No insult. Appreciate you coming on back. We will be live. I think we're going to start it at either 9:30 or 9:45 Eastern time, so at 6:30, 6:45 Pacific time. Me and Graf, as we always do, as we do oh so well. Live coverage, NFL preseason week 1, our Raiders up to Seattle. Uh-oh. Hold up.
How do you feel like this whole thing is kind of playing out?
I feel like it's great. You know, guys are having a good camp. Our room especially, making plays and scoring, so that's always a plus. Like you said, the room is stacked, so I feel like that's good. You can never go wrong with a stacked tight end room, especially when you use them so much in the offense to, you know, get guys open and make big plays with the tight end. So
the NFL is trending in that direction where tight ends are becoming, you know, kind of hybrids and more involved in the offense as a tight end. How good does that make you feel?
It feels great. You know you can get in the pass game. You know you can do stuff in the run game, and you got like you create these bonds with the O-line, the receivers, the running backs. So you kind of like a glue guy. Like you attach to all of these positions, and you become like friends with everybody on the team, and that it feels good.
What stands out to you about Seattle? And on that note, just first preseason game tomorrow for you guys. What excites you most?
It's nice. I mean, obviously this is my first couple months here, so I'm traveling with the team. You know, getting out of town with the guys. Of course, training camp you get to bond with guys, but traveling is just one more piece to like getting ready for the season. So. I think that's what I'm most excited for, just, you know, getting the pass popping against somebody that hasn't seen the offense every day. So I think things will work a little more against people who haven't seen it, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, what are you looking to get out of Thursday night against Seattle?
Welcome back, bro.
Get my feet back in the ground, you know, play against some guys and put my hands on people, hopefully catch some passes, get that confidence back going, especially, you know, like you out here with guys that competing for a team, but now you get to be one team, you know, so going up against guys and everybody against them. So I think that's what I'm mostly looking forward to,
Is this maybe the most loaded tight end room you've been a part of?
Yeah, I think so. It's good though. You can't go wrong with competition. It elevates everyone. It make you bring your A game every day. You know, like you want to be better the next day. So if anything is off, then you know you give that other guy the advantage. And I think everybody in the room knows that, and we still push each other to be good. So I think that's what's special about our room too. There's no like side eyeing the next guy. It's always pats on the butt and go make that play because it's yours. So it's good.
A lot of plays down the field throughout camp. Do you feel like that's a strong, ability you have to add to the team when you're on the field?
Yeah, for sure. Getting back to my roots of pass catching has been fun and good for me. And I think it's been exhilarating for all the guys. Be like, oh shit, like this big old guy can run. So it's been fun.
Hours obviously comes as advertised. You put a great season out there as a rookie.
Yeah.
You've got a chance now to work with him and see him up close. What makes him such a good?
Oh my gosh, like his route running, getting in and out of his breaks, the way he reads the defense, everything, all the little small stuff that makes him different, that could get separation. So of course, like the communication with the quarterback and everyone's on the same page is what you need the most, and he brings all of it.
Pete bring up your name a whole lot. It's like every time we ask him about tight ends, he says, "Don't sleep on Ian or Ian doing big things for us." What does it mean to have that, support from your head coach? Just what's the bond been like working?
It's been good. You can't. I mean, he's one of the greatest, so I'll take all of the praise he gives me. But I'm just here to work, and I'm just doing my best. So if that's what he sees, then I love it, and I'm gonna keep bringing it every day.
Elio Gates get into the Hall this year.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a guy that you studied at all coming up as a young
Oh,
player?
1,000%. Even on Madden, like playing sports as a young kid, he's like the tight end that you wanted to be, especially in the past game, how we talked about the position is transitioning over. He's one of the ones that kind of started that trend.
We hear from guys that kind of bounce around a lot there, where you're always finding a different place. You've been in one place, now you're switching. Like, what is that like at this point in your career to have to switch for the first time?
It's fun. Honestly, I think it's fun. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, where do you want to end up living?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know any other place but Carolina." And a lot of guys, I feel like, figure that out. It's like they travel to team, and I know some guys don't like it, but I kind of found it fun, traveling way over here and making a home. So I'm comfortable. It's translating on the field. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
there you
guys.
go. Ian Thomas, our tight end, third in the depth chart as it stands right now. Appreciate everybody that's in here. We have almost 200 in the room right now, 44 likes. Let's get those likes up, y'all. What are we doing? Break them thumbs, smash them subs, hammer the bell. And I put it in the chat before. I think we're like 13 away from 10,300. The goal this season is 15,000. We're not fucking around. And I've told you guys before, I'm going to try to be on as much as possible, barring any crazy shit, working 2 jobs and still making time for each and every single one of y'all. So thank y'all for pulling up on this glorious Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday morning for those on the West Coast. Space Beast, salute. He said, show us that game. Bro, I fucking miss playing, and it's been years since I played and put on a pair of shoulder pads and a helmet, but I'm fucking so fucking hype this coming Thursday. Cannot wait, y'all. Cannot wait. And now we're waiting for Geno, unless they have some other surprises, because Ian Thomas was not on that list today for this press conference. So yeah, we should be hearing from Geno Smith momentarily. And now we are back to the latest installment of
As the Shield Turns.
Appreciate everybody that's in here right now. Again, we got almost 200 in here, 54 likes. Let's get those likes up, y'all. Let's go. We are on X. We are on YouTube. Those on X, if y'all want to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube, Raider Nation News Today. It doesn't cost you a thing. Hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, get on in the chat with your fellow brothers and sisters of Raider Nation. Let's fucking go. Look, thinking about this depth chart, we've talked about this in terms of the tight end room, Chip Kelly's offense. You're probably going to see them carry 3. I'd be stunned as fuck if they carry 4. But you can see this 12 personnel. Again, who's to say you can't throw 3 tight ends out there at the same time as well? But another commodity for us, another intricate piece for this offense. So, Geno's here. Let's go, y'all.
Looking forward to seeing my old teammates, old coaches, people in the building. It'll be fun. Also going back with Pete, that's pretty cool. And then another opportunity to compete with my guys. That's always what it's all about.
What do those years in Seattle mean to you and represent to you?
Man, it means everything. It means a lot to me. It was a place where I called home for 6 years. Was able to, I had a son there, and I was able to really just kind of turn my career around. Met some really cool people. Got to know a lot of great people there. A lot of great teammates over the years, and just really special things, special thoughts that come to my mind when I think about it.
Are you someone that likes to play in the preseason as a starting quarterback, and do you feel like you might be able to get out there?
I like to play football. Whenever we get a chance to suit it up, I'm ready to go, man. This is what I do for a living. I love to play, and every chance I get to go out there and compete, I'm looking forward to it.
You hit multiple targets, the red zone touchdowns and whatnot during the game on Saturday. What was that like for you, kind of getting that flow going with some of the guys?
It was good. It was really good to just get into our stadium. The grass was beautiful out there. I mean, the stadium was lit up. The fans were, cheering, and it was all fun. And obviously, like you said, we were able to connect with a bunch of different guys. And I thought some guys had really, really cool games. A lot that we can learn from and a lot to get better from. We got a long ways to go, but it was just a step in the right direction.
When you think about the talent in that tight end room, we saw you hit Big Mike a few times on Saturday as well.
Some of the best guys I play with, obviously. I think Brock is, 1-1 when it comes to tight ends in this league. And then and I think Mike and Ian, they're not too far behind them, man. We got some really, really talented guys. I think Q's been doing a great job. Albert O made a huge catch today. I think, man, the tight ends coach is doing a great job with those guys. And then Chip's putting them in positions to make some plays, and they're going out there and executing.
Yeah. Speaking of Chip, it seems like he's scheming guys open a lot, and that's without a lot of pre-snap motion and flair.
Right.
What do you think of that? What do you think of the offense? And do you think not a lot of that pre-snap stuff he just hasn't reached all the way in his bag?
I can't give you everything, man. I can't tell you everything, man. I sit down, we be talking about it all day. But, Chip's a great coordinator. He does a lot of great things, and he makes the game easy on the players. That's something that you really appreciate as a quarterback.
Jordan Meredith as a center the last week or so. What do you see from him kind of trying out his position?
Jordan, I only got to meet him this year, so I only know him as a center. But he's been spectacular. I mean, he's amazing. He's on it every single day. A great leader in that room. He's super smart, and then he's tough as nails, man. I mean, it's great to have a line like that. Just to be able to sit back there and read it, and go through all my reads and make the throws. It makes the game a lot easier for me. So Jordan's doing a great job, but they all are connected, doing a really good job.
No, Ron, I didn't get an invite.
Targets that you could go to in the red zone. Today we saw you throwing to tight ends. Saturday we saw you throwing to tight ends in the red zone. How valuable is that for a quarterback to have guys like that can be weapons?
Yeah, I mean, just having weapons, especially the ones that we have, it's very valuable. And, for me, man, it's about throwing the ball to the right guy, to the open guy. Never try to force the ball to a guy. Let the defense dictate where the ball goes.
Yep.
And so I just try to make the right reads. And we got so many different playmakers that it just, guys are showing up. It's just how it's going. But all of those guys are capable. The tight ends, the running backs, the receivers. We have a really, really special group. And I just want to make sure that I'm pushing everybody so that we can get better and continue to, progress as we go along.
How have you seen Dante Thornton Jr. continue to mature as an NFL wide receiver?
Oh, here we go.
I think, man, Dante, I got him right under my wing, man. He's one of those players who he's only scratching the surface of who he's going to be. He's got all the physical talent in the world. He studies the game like he's a true professional. He loves football. That's something that I really like about him. And then he goes out there, he makes plays. I mean, not many guys are 6'5", running a 4.3, got the hands and the catch radius that he has. And so he's got the ability to be really special, but we got to work. And so I'm just pushing him to make sure he's working on his craft, and he's been doing a great job with that.
Have you seen that evolve even since camp started to right where we are now?
I have seen it evolve. I think he's starting to get more confidence, and he's starting to see okay, this is my role in this offense and I can excel in it. And so I think he's doing a great job. Again, sometimes he's just, the clear out guy, and he's running full speed and just, making sure those safeties are playing deep and able to get other guys open. So he does a lot of great things. He's blocking in the run game. We're going to need him to do that as well. And so I think all the things that he's doing so far is exactly what we want from him.
Trey Tucker sometimes gets overlooked a little bit. But he's a guy that. What did you know about Trey coming in? And obviously, it looks like you guys are developing some chemistry.
Yeah, I would always see this number 11 making plays on the Raiders. When I was on Seahawks, and I'm like, that guy's pretty quick, he's pretty fast. I thought he was really good just from afar. But as I've gotten to work with him, really, really special player. I think he's really going to be a big contributor to this offense. Trey's a guy who works hard every single day. He does all the right things on and off the field, like a true professional, a true leader. And I talk to him all the time. Like, I think he's a spitting image of Santana Moss, and I think he can be a really, really good player. And I look forward to all the things that we can accomplish together. But right now he's in a good spot, and we just got to keep working.
Does his eyes get big when you say that? You put a name out there like Santana Moss. Does his eyes get big?
Yeah, I've been sending them clips. Like I send them all, Santana's routes. I know Santana from back home, so he definitely has that mold, and so I just want him to see like, hey, this is what I expect from you, and he's ready for it. He's going to be Trey. He's not going to be Tanner, but he's going to be Trey. But it's just some things that he could work on that I wanted to show him.
Some player you try not to force the ball, you just try to get whoever's open. But a guy that gets open quite a bit, Brock Bowers, you have a really big connection with him.
Yeah.
What about him just makes him so good, and what's been your relationship with him so far?
The talent's obvious, right? Like the talent that he has, a big body who runs like a receiver, runs like a slot receiver, catches like an X receiver or a Z receiver, blocks like a tight end. I mean, he's got the full gamut of like what you want from a tight end, prototypical. But I think it's the off the field and just his overall demeanor, man. Like a guy who comes every day ready to work. Doesn't really speak much. But a great teammate, great leader, and then like every single day he's out there working hard. I mean, from the minute we step on the field, he's giving you 110%. And that's like, you got guys like him, like Max, like all these guys are the spitting image of what you want to be as a Raider. And man, like Brock's a guy, like if I could say like, hey man, watch this guy and emulate him, that's the guy you want to be like.
How do you feel you and the offense has progressed as a whole?
Man, I think we're getting better each and every day. Obviously, it's going to be back and forth between us and the defense, man. That's what you want. The defense out there making great plays. They got great players as well. But I think we've gotten a lot more comfortable in the scheme. We're executing and doing things a lot faster. We're making more adjustments. And so it's an ongoing process. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be a developing situation. But we're at a really good spot right now. I feel really good about going into this game.
Seems like Jack Besh's game has kind of come alive a bit since the pads came on. What have you seen from him?
Jack, super competitive, catches everything. I mean, he getting open, finding ways to get open. Another super smart kid, man. Like, we did a great job at drafting, true professionals, man. This guy works every day, understands what to do, knows his game, knows what to do on and off the field. And you can see, like, these past 2 weeks, man, I thought Jack's really had some, really good days at practice, and I think he's getting better with each rep, and that's really what you want to see.
So a couple more guys.
Biggest lesson learned from your time in Seattle that you've taken here to the Raiders?
Yeah, I think just being around Coach Carroll, being around guys like Russell Wilson, Coach Dave Canales, Brian Schottenheimer. I mean, we were all in the same room together. Special minds, but also special people. Just how connected everyone was, and that's the thing that we're building here with the Raiders. It's already started, man. Like, every single guy in this building is connected, and they want to win, and they want to win for their teammates. And I think that was something that I saw in Seattle.
Cam Miller yesterday called your story inspirational, the way you've been counted out and you kept coming back and came into what he thinks is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. What does that mean to you to mentor him, and what's it been like working with him and Cam?
Man, Cam has been great. The thing about Cam is that he has all the tools, the physical tools to make all the throws. He's a super athletic guy. Like, he can make every single read. He can make every play out there on the field. I just, continue to preach confidence to him. As a young quarterback, I know what it's like, am I able to do this? It's a lot coming at you all at once. But I just try to slow it down for him. Let him know, like, hey, man, take deep breaths. Like, just take it all in. You're a young guy. I remember when I was a rookie, long time ago, and just the things that I was thinking and all the thoughts that can go through your mind. So I try to help him, kind of ease that and calm that. But he's done a great job, and I'm just thankful to, be able to be a mentor to him.
Last one to you, last one.
Obviously, you're looking for the offensive success, but what are you seeing from the secondary that you have to throw against each and every day?
Yeah, man, I got to throw around those guys. They're on them, really sticky in coverage. We got some really fast DBs and guys who are really good in man. But I really like the way they're communicating. They got a lot of good things that they have in, and I think they're only going to continue to get better, man. Like, we haven't even started tackling yet and doing all the things that they're going to be really good at. I'm excited to see Jeremy Chin out there hitting people. I'm excited to see Isaiah hitting people and get to see Jamal flying around and just all those guys, man. Stokes has had a great camp. I think DP, Darren Porter, he's going to be a special player. So a lot of good things on that back end.
What did you see from DCam?
D-Cam been balling. Chris Smith. I could.
There you go.
All of them, man. They're all just making plays all over the field. They're flying around. They're talking smack to me. So it's all fun stuff, man. Stuff that we enjoy.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Geno.
Appreciate you guys.
All right,
Thank
there
you.
you guys have it. Geno Smith, and that was our presser for the day. I don't think anybody else is coming up. You had Uncle Pete, you had tight end Ian Thomas, and we just wrapped it up with Geno Smith. Again, Uncle Pete said everyone is live this coming Thursday, and we will be live right here on Raider Nation News Today and also on the Oak Las Vegas Raiders Network. Myself and Graf will be live in its entirety. Preseason, week 1, we head to Seattle. Uncle Pete, Geno, Jamal Adams returned back to their previous teams in Seattle. So apparently there's going to be a tribute video there for them and everything. It's going to be very interesting. Big Bro is in the building. I actually was just about to text you. You're going live in like 5 minutes, right? Just yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down. I know you're supposed to have your guy on. A salute to Paul as well. Always phenomenal work with what he does as an agent in the NFL. Much love to him. I'm waiting to see what Big Bro has to say, because if he is going to go live, we will wrap this up. Going live right now. Pull up after the stream. There you guys go. There's the plug from Big Bro. No Diddy if necessary. Yes, guys. That's it. I think we're done. We covered enough. We talked about Jakorian for the first couple of minutes. We got to hear from Uncle Pete. We got to hear from Geno, and we also heard from Ian Thomas. On your way out, if you haven't already, do me a favor. Break them thumbs, smash them subs, hammer the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie. Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. Stay committed to excellence. And of course, as always, on my New York peace, love, and positivity. And there's also that part too.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
We outro, y'all. The Shieldmore block continues. Go on over to OLV Raiders Network. Tell them Hammer sent you. We outro, y'all. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.